Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Arena Vincent back up in here exploring life like always. You know what it's time for 2026 Indoor Football League. That is the IFL has crowned its national champion for the 2026 season. Again, that happened Arena Vincent. That happened last Sunday. Why it take you over a week to do a video? Look, man. Again, I'll keep it real. Honestly, the team that won, uh, I was lazy, not being consistent, and then I wanted to get just a little bit more research. I procrastinate, get distracted, and so I didn't want to go on here, make a little bit. It's still the same thing. The information is not that great. It's just a little brass of what happened, and that's that. But plus I wasn't feeling it, but I had to shine light on the Indoor Football League. I usually try sometimes I'll do it on purpose, wait until a week after a championship because everybody knows it. If they care about it, they already know who won. But other people might not know, so sometimes I'll give it a week so that it can be back in the little rotation. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that's why. So I get it. It is a week old. The Indoor Football League, that's the IFL. It's an arena football league, so basically it's a 50-yard field, high pace, high scoring action, and they crowned their champion for the 2026 season. That happened last Saturday. Last Sunday. So let's get into it. I'm going to tell you, as always, your homie Arena Vincent, my pick. It was between the Arizona Rattlers and the Green Bay Blizzard. Your homie Arena Vincent took the Green Bay Blizzard, back-to-back Eastern Conference champions. That means they've been to 2 national championship games already. This is their second time going, and I got that pick wrong. The new 2026 Indoor Football League champion is the Arizona Rattlers. Once again, I don't like the Arizona Rattlers. Never did. Never cared for them. But it is what it is. They are a dynasty-type team, a very great arena football league team, period. Remember, the Arizona Rattlers came from the AFL. The AFL, if you don't, Kurt Warner, the Super Bowl winning quarterback who played for the St. Louis Rams, he came from the Arena Football League. Okay? That's the Arena Football League that the Arizona Rattlers came from. They left the AFL and went to the IFL because, again, the IFL has been doing the right things with running their businesses and all that. So they came and all that, and they won a championship their first time in the IFL, their first time in the Indoor Football League. They won the title. So they are a dynasty team. Great team. Coach Guy, I think his name is Kevin Guy, good coach. He knows his shit, but it's the 8th title for the Arizona Rattlers, 8th championship they won last Sunday. Basically 2 Sundays ago now, because it's the 24th right now, 24th. So 2 Sundays ago, kind of. But again, it was a great game. At halftime, it was 23-23. I didn't get to watch it. What did I do last Sunday? I think I was out of it last Sunday, working. Yeah, so 23-23 at halftime, and then at the end, it was 62-51. Basically a 11-point lead they had, and they won. The Arizona Rattlers are your 2026 Indoor Football League champions. Got the pick wrong. Congratulations to them. And that's it. That's all I had to add. That's all I had to get. Again, I always say this. All the playoff games were on the Yahoo Sports app or yahoosports.com. So they made it available for everybody to watch. Easy to find. You know what I mean? Even if you have a computer or you use whatever devices you use, you can go on. If you have a web browser, you'll be able to go on there and watch it too. You don't have to download the app if you didn't want to. So I liked that. Again, back in the day, the IFL used to have their games on YouTube. That was comedy, man. Every team was in charge of their own broadcasting on YouTube, I guess. And it was funny, but it was cool. And before, they used to play the highlights on YouTube, or the whole game was there. You can go rewatch it. I don't know about now. Yahoo Sports Network, Yahoo Sports app I think you can go and look at the highlights of the game and stuff like that. Or the best thing I noticed for the indoor football league to get most information is sadly, you got to use Stupid X. If you use it, they usually are more on X updating that than their website. So X or Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, even though they give that piece of shit Elon that money, you know what I mean, or using it. It is what it is, man. The motherfucker bought something that people used and would keep using because of the great communication it provides. You know what I mean? It's a good and bad thing. But anyway, man, so they, to get your information on that, and like I said, the indoor football league is a great league. They announced the off season already started. So they announced, I think they're having 3 expansion teams, or at least 2 or 3, I think. 3 expansion teams at the most for next season. So that's cool too. But I always say, support these guys playing football. Support these leagues, all these minor leagues or indoor leagues or arena leagues or whatever. Going through all sports, whatever sport, baseball, basketball, if there's leagues out there like that. Support these guys because, again, not only for the players following their dream or continuing their dream, again, you got to think about the referee crew, the equipment guys, the girls, the people who work in the front offices of all these teams, sales and marketing for all these teams. Then you got producers who produce the show if they're running on local TV or whatever. They have to have somebody over there saying, hey, if it's on local TV being televised, they have to have somebody that, hey, you know what I mean? So it's all these intangibles, right? That's the right word. And that's why I say support these leagues, not only for the players, but again, for all the other people in between that help these leagues function. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if you don't have a son or you don't have a nephew, you have a daughter. They can still be involved in indoor football. They can still be involved in sports entertainment or the sports world. You know what I mean? So that's why I say that. And again, it keeps people's dreams going. It keeps people inside, like, refereeing, equipment people. Maybe they didn't want it. This is always an example. I'm always going to say this, broken record. Maybe they're done, with the major leagues, or maybe, something happened. And then, they have some experience with the bigger leagues out there, but then, they still want to get their foot back in the door, or they want to stay in the sports entertainment world. They step down from that other world and go into this world. It's there. That's what it's for, too. So that's why I say support these sport leagues. And it is what it is. Arizona Rattlers are your 2026 national champions of the Indoor Football League. I believe their quarterback, I think the quarterback was MVP of the game. Like I said, I was kind of bummed out by it, so I was kind of discouraged from even saying anything. But I was like, let me throw it out there, give the props of what it's due, because it is what it is. They did win, and again, Green Bay not getting it done. Back-to-back conference champions, but not bringing a damn trophy home for the people of Wisconsin. It is what it is, and I got that pick wrong. And your 2026 Indoor Football League champions are the Arizona Rattlers. That's it, and that's all. Again, that's what the comment section is for. Oh, yeah, shout out to a guy, he did make a comment. The national championship game was played in Tucson, Arizona. The funny thing is, the Arizona Rattlers, they play in Glendale, Arizona. And I looked it up. When he told me that, I wanted to look it up before I give him a comment back. And it was basically, he said it was a Rattlers home game. Because it was Glendale to Tucson's about like an hour and a half, I think, or 2 hours or something like that. So I don't know how traffic is over there in Arizona, give or take. So yeah, I would say yes, basically it was a home game for the Arizona Rattlers if they can get out there. 2 hour drive, right? I think, or I could be getting the mileage wrong. One of the two I'm getting wrong, but you plan it out to a point, you can get there and do all the, especially if you're local, if you're living in that state. You might be able to, know all the amenities and all that shit. So it is what it is. That's the way they do it sometimes. I like sometimes the neutral site, supposedly. And I think a lot of leagues are doing that now, having a championship at a neutral site sometimes. Because so you can plan ahead. You know what I mean? So hey, fucking Arena Bowl or whatever, 2006 national championship for the Indoor Football League is going to be in fucking, California or whatever, or wherever. You know what I mean? So now so no matter what team goes, you can send somebody out there to cover it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. But that's it, man. It was like that. Shout out to the people watching the video. It is what it is. 2026 Indoor Football League champion is the Arizona Rattlers. And that's it. And that's all. As always, thank you for exploring the arena we call life. Your homie, Arena Vincent. the 5365 production. Do give me a like, give me a share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Links in the description. Again, to social medias and podcasts is down there too. That's it, and that's all. Peace.